the most provocative paintings by Gustave Courbet that he didn't dare to show to the public. Jean-Désiré Gustave Courbet, years of life 1819-1877, was a French painter, the founder and one of the key figures of realism in France. He rejected idealized romantic scenes in favor of real life and tried to show reality as it was, often with a touch of satire and light irony. But before we begin, welcome to the channel. If you enjoy thoughtful videos about art and artists, don't forget to subscribe right now. It really helps the channel grow. And now, let's dive in. At first, though, no one wanted to accept his art. Courbet was criticized constantly. For example, when he dared to exhibit his painting, The Bathers, which showed two solid, very real French women bathing. Women who looked nothing like mythical goddesses of unreal beauty. And that was exactly what the public and critics expected from artists at the time. Sure, academic paintings of that era didn't differ much from one another, but they were beautiful, didn't break any social norms of decency, and were considered pure art. Pleasant to look at and free from any serious life themes. Those deeper, uncomfortable subjects would later make the Russian Peredvishniki so famous. But writing like everyone else was boring for Courbet. He preferred real life over invented beauty and paid little attention to criticism, or rather, critics simply couldn't force him to change his way of painting. That's why he painted dirty feet on one of the peasant women. And it was exactly those dirty feet that caused the strongest reaction. How could an artist paint such low, everyday things that people already saw all around them? That disgusting vulgarity of form, as the great French painter Eugène Delacroix, the author of Liberty Leading the People, once described it. Courbet painted the peasant women exactly as he saw them. Their feet were dirty, and how could they not be if they walked barefoot? In their own environment, they were considered beautiful and strong. Most likely, they were desirable brides, capable of hard physical labor and bearing children. At that time, thin and fragile girls were not seen by ordinary people as the ideal of beauty. On the contrary, they often raised suspicions of poor health and had fewer chances of marriage. So in reality, Courbet painted ideal peasant women. It's just that this ideal didn't match the critics' and public's idea of true beauty. However, Courbet also had other paintings that were not at all intended for public exhibition. He painted them strictly as private commissions. Because of that, the public either didn't know about them at all or reacted calmly. Who knows what kind of shameful things Courbet painted for the Turkish diplomat Khalil Bey. He's not even Christian, probably some kind of libertine. No respectable citizen would ever commission such paintings. Khalil Bey, a refined admirer of female beauty and a man with very liberal views, commissioned several paintings from Courbet, including The Sleepers. It depicts two women who clearly weren't bored while waiting for their lovers, something suggested by the rumpled sheets and their relaxed poses. Yet the painting is executed in an academic style, with muted colors, brilliant color harmony, and a strong focus on aesthetics and beauty. The open sensuality of the women only enhances their appeal. The second painting Courbet created for Khalil Bey was the famous The Origin of the World. Here, everything becomes much more complicated. The line between what is allowed in art, true painting, where the artist's vision meets flawless technique, a truly Titian-like use of color, and an understanding of painting as the most honest depiction of what the artist sees, and pure shock value, meant only to make money, is extremely thin. For Courbet, painting itself mattered more than provocation. That's why this work is now displayed at the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, officially recognized as a genuine, though highly unconventional, masterpiece. That said, a museum guard is always stationed nearby, just in case. The painting was first shown to the public only in 1988. Before that, it spent 120 years in private collections. It entered the Musée d'Orsay in 1981, but even then, it stayed hidden in storage for 7 years before anyone dared to present it to the public. From that point on, everything depends on the viewer, on personal perception and ideas about what is acceptable in art. We'd really like to hear your opinion. Should such works be displayed in museums for everyone to see, or do they belong only in private collections and storage rooms? Write your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and support the conversation. It really matters.